On Saturday afternoon, the James Monroe High School football team will face Brookville for a state championship. The game will mark the end of a journey that began long before this season did. Soon after the Yellow Jackets lost to Poquoson in the 2010 regional final, they began their quest for redemption. They were back in the weight room, back in the film room, and back on the practice field. The team entered this season with a new running back and an almost entirely new defense. But it did not take long for the group to make an emphatic entrance. After storming to a 59-20 season-opening win over Tab, JM faced Stafford, a strong Group AAA opponent. In that game, running back Ethan Preston showed hints of what was to come, dashing for 170 yards and 3 touchdowns as James Monroe blitzed to a 41-17 win. Then the offense was unleashed. JM scored an average of 59 points over the next 5 games, improving to 7-0. That set the table for the Battlefield District's Game of the Year. The rivalry between Cortland and James Monroe has intensified in recent seasons, mostly because both have been so successful. The Cougars, who defeated JM last season, traveled to Maury Stadium determined to win another. But Cassine Conway scored on runs of 43 and 88 yards, and the Yellow Jackets took a 39-16 victory. After closing the regular season with wins against Chancellor and Spotsylvania, the Yellow Jackets were itching for the playoffs to arrive. The first test did not figure to be easy. Some said Lafayette's smash-mouth running game could give the Yellow Jackets fits in the regional semifinal. But this game unfolded much like the others. James Monroe wide receiver Darius Brown scored on a 64-yard run in the first quarter and a 98-yard reception in the second, as his team cruised to a 56-21 win. That brought JM back to the regional final, back where last season ended. This time, the result was different, as JM rolled past previously undefeated York, 45-7. That clinched a berth in the state semifinals, where another unbeaten team, Kettle Run, was waiting. JM needed its defense more than ever in this game. The Yellow Jackets held Kettle Run scoreless on 4 possessions inside their 20-yard line, and held on for a 14-7 win. James Monroe is now 1 win away from its 5th state championship. Saturday's game will mark the 3rd time JM and Brookville have met for the title, most recently in 2008. JM has won the previous 2 matchups, but the past does not mean anything to these Yellow Jackets, because they are focused on the present.